great ancient capitals of China. Today is mostly famous for the fact that it is the eastern terminus of the Silk Road. It's also the base for those who wish to see the Terracotta Army. We were very amused by the market and the products it offered. Sugar stretchers and candy hammerers especially drew our attention. After repeatedly folding and stretching hot sugar across a hook, the candy gets transferred to a large wooden stump where it's sprinkled with nuts.
Naturalny, zwinięty chips.
Our taste buds responded very quickly to the widely spread smell of grilled meat. The floristic way the cotton candy was made was very impressive. And here you can see the old-fashioned way of grinding the chilies. Similarly to Pingyao, Xi'an is surrounded by a well-preserved city wall which was constructed in the 14th century. It's 8.7 miles long and 39 feet high. It would take 4 hours to walk around it. We preferred to rent bicycles instead.
Podobało nam się?
Tak, książka rowerowa jest fajna.
Bardzo przyjemna. Polecamy. Ten taki oto słoneczny dzień. Idziemy sobie odwiedzić most.
Xi'an was the first city in China which allowed Islam religion. Hence, there is a significant number of Muslims in the city. In the 7th century, this very first mosque was built in a perfect mixture of Islamic and Chinese architecture styles, along with accompanying courtyards. The mosque is still used these days. The Chinese spend their free time in many interesting ways. They play domino or dance in the park with different partners. We found very creative postcards for our parents. They looked like origami and Chinese adaptation was included in the price.
Idziemy zobaczyć wojowników z Terrakoty.
Jakieś konie też mają być za.
Terracotta Army is a collection of approximately 8,000 sculptures of natural size depicting soldiers, chariots and horses. The army is located 1 mile east of the first China's emperor's sarcophagus. It is believed that it was supposed to protect and retain emperor's power in his afterlife. The army was discovered in 1974 and excavation work is still in progress. City is the imperial palace occupied by Ming and Qing dynasties. It was founded in the 14th century. It was forbidden because only an emperor could grant permission to access the palace. Rented electronic guide provided us with a few interesting facts. Puji, last emperor of China, abdicated when he was 6 years old. Most recent emperors used a bicycle to move around the palace in order to keep a close eye on its advisors and ministers' work. The museum can be visited by up to 80,000 tourists a day. In the complex, there is a beautiful park and 3 artificial lakes. Playing Jianzi or dancing same choreography in large groups are other ways of spending pastime by Chinese people. Of course, we couldn't resist a world-famous Peking duck. Idziemy do tych wielkich mormińskich. The China Wall is a series of fortifications which were used to protect the country from the attacks by nomads from the Euro-Asian land. Construction work started early, in the 7th century before Christ. Since then, the wall has been damaged, reconstructed, renovated and enhanced many times. The wall was also used for border control purposes, especially when the trade on the Silk Road was flourishing. The Great Wall is 13,000 miles long. To achieve better protection, it was often built on mountains and hills, which caused many casualties amongst human labor. Do you think that the wall being only up to 30 feet wide can be seen from the moon? Wikipedia says that only objects in contrast to its surroundings and with at least 70 miles in diameter can be seen by an unaided eye from the moon. Therefore, there is no point to look out for it when you are standing on the moon. Best way is to feel it with your own feet and see it with your own eyes. It may seem to be just a long zigzag made of stone and bricks, but it is much more than that.